This is third place for Scrawlers, which is fifth and sixth grade. From Paul Revere by James Marks, titled The Switch. What the heck? I yelled as I saw that my brother Bob had grown earworms again, which are little worms that go in and out of the ears. It was disgusting. My parents decided to take Bob to the witch doctor to get Bob cured. My parents know the witch doctor because in this day and age, earworms and other weird medical issues are quite common. So each family is assigned a witch doctor to help them. Well, after the long drive, we finally arrived. The witch doctor's office was very clean and tidy. Bob sat in front of the witch doctor. She put a worm charm in his ear and told him that in 1 hour, it will fall out with the worms attached. Well, since Bob gets earworms so much, you can have the doctoring bell. It makes it so that you ring it and I will arrive immediately. I'm warning you, if you ring it when you don't need me, the one who rings it will be cursed. Of course, the witch doctor asked about paperwork and past medical history, but that's irrelevant now. In the car ride home, Bob and I got into an argument about where to keep the doctoring bell. Bob said that he should keep the doctoring bell in his room because he was the one who was injured. But I said that he was always crying about the tiniest injuries, so he would keep getting cursed. When we got home, we kept fighting each other for it. Well, the whole time we were trying to make sure the other person didn't ring it. My dad came in to break up the fight, and he accidentally rang it while we were holding it. Oh, this can't be good, I said. Nothing happened, so I thought that we would be fine. Witch doctor was just playing with us. Oh, but how wrong I was. Oh, I screamed when I realized I woke up in my father's body. I stared at myself in the mirror and I thought to myself, I am my dad. A moment later, I heard my dad scream as he realized he was in my body. When I went to put on my clothes, I remembered that they wouldn't fit. So I went to my dad's room to get some clothes. I looked down at my hands and saw how huge they were. My vision was blurry, so I stumbled my way to his room to find his glasses. Well, I realized how horrible this would be. I was so unused to this body that I tripped and stumbled all the way to breakfast. It was uncomfortable. I couldn't wait to be free of my dad's body. Luckily, we were still quarantined due to the coronavirus, so Dad went to my Zoom. He only answered questions directed to me. He helped me run his conference calls. He just told me what to do and say. I did my schoolwork and he worked on his slideshow. We told Mom and my brother Bob that Dad and I had switched bodies. Bob and Mom were very scared and worried, but they tried to help. The rest of the day went as normal. Later that day, Sheila, my neighbor, asked me to drive her to the market like Dad does for her every Thursday. I had to think quickly because I didn't know how to drive. Well, I said that I had an important meeting and that I'd just call her an Uber. Well, we were very scared that we wouldn't be able to switch back and would have to go to the witch doctor again. Well, before we went to bed, we decided if we didn't switch back in the morning, we would go to the witch doctor. We went to bed at our normal times, though falling asleep was not an easy thing to do because I had the stress of not being able to switch back weighing heavily on my mind. We finally got tired and fell asleep. The next morning, I immediately ran to the bathroom mirror and was so thankful when I saw I was in my own body again. I gave a sigh of relief and I went to my bedroom drawer to get my own clothes. It was then that Dad and I realized that the other person had more work than each of us had ever even thought of. And we had to move and more sympathy for each other. We all put it aside as a bad dream. Being an adult is not easy.